Yo, what up YouTube reacts? It's your boy Daddy Easy here, iPod jailbreak hacker, otherwise known as Only Use Me Tomahawks, and today is part 1 of Nintendo 3DS versus PS Vita. So, we're going to talk about some of the specs, graphics, gameplays, and ECT. Well, ETC, whatever. So, let's do some comparisons to the 3DS to the PS Vita. So, let's move the video out the way, and we're going to talk about the Nintendo 3DS. So, as we all know, what the 3DS is able to happen, we have a camera here, 3D module. Sorry about that, somebody just sent me a text. 2 cameras. One is for regular video recording, picture taking. Others for 3D effects, videos, which they just enhanced that now. Now I do have the circle D-pad, which gives me the ability to make me have it as an extra D-pad. And in the back right here, which I thought I muted my phone, which that is my iPad. Sorry about that. As you can see right here up top, in the back button, back area right here, it's supposed to be left bumper, left trigger, and stuff like that. Now when you look on towards it, sorry I'm a little distracted, I'm trying to turn my iPad down. Okay, sorry about that. As you can see in the back right here, this is supposed to be a left bumper, right bumper, a left trigger, and right trigger. It's supposed to be this right here, but we got the extra button which you can actually use that. So this is supposed to be kicked off as an Xbox 360 type. Now they try to make it like a PlayStation 3 controller. This is Nintendo, but they actually made it like if it was the PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360 controller. Able to have your power cord in the back. Now, right here we have your 3.5 audio jack right here, so you can hear your stuff. Your video volume button is right here, and on the side right here is to turn the 3D up and down. So with a 4 GB memory card, I believe, I'm not sure, I think it's a 2 GB or 4 GB memory card. So in a moment we find out, take it out and find out exactly which one it is. 2 GB memory card that comes standard with it, so you get that with it, and a stylus pen, which the stylus pen is up here. And for $20 you get this circle D-pad, which just makes it like the PS Vita or actual controller. So you got this right here, make it feel like that it's another controller. Excuse me if my screen is a bit dirty, but it's been in my pocket. I really don't play this really as much. So just pop it on the 3DS real quick. Let me get my cloth right here and just clean my screen. Okay, so as you got here, we got basically little things so you can get onto your, just closing out of this application. You have the 3D screen, like you can turn it up and down, turn it off and on, stuff like that. Have your little application games and stuff like that. Touch screen sensitive, able to do what you want to do. Really, they don't really have nothing in the Nintendo Market Store, anything really like that. So nothing really too good about that. So we got that part right there. So let's get to the PS Vita now. Okay, right here we have an OLED. And you can see it's a 5-inch LED screen, OLED screen. Standard PlayStation 3 buttons, triangle, X, square, circle. Now with the circle D-pad and the optional PlayStation button that you will find on your PlayStation 3 controller. Basically press that and it brings you back. Standard starting select buttons. Right here is your left bumper and right bumper. Now, if you turn it around, there's no buttons back here for your L2, R2, L3, R3. wrong. You do have it on there. Some of y'all may not understand. If you map up your controller onto your PlayStation 3, right here will actually be your left. What is it? Turn it around. That'll be my right hand. This side right here is actually R2, L2. Down at the bottom right here will be R3, L3. Any part in the middle is not. So this really has no function besides this, and it actually cuts itself off about right there. That's where your lines actually cut off. So this is your your 2 buttons, and this is your 3 buttons. This is your left, your right, your left, your right, your left, left R2, left L, left 2, and right 2, and right 3, whatever. I got it backwards, so it's hard to basically fix it on it. 3D on here? No, but there is some games on here that is in 3D type of way. When you move it around, you do have some of the 3D effects. That's if it was in 3D. It's more like the 3D type that you get in the PlayStation 3D monitor. Not actual 3D, but some 3D, like if you have one of the cases like this, that you get the viral. If you move it around like that, you see it actually move. You see when I'm moving around, you see it actually moving. It's that type of 3D onto it. It's not actual 3D, but it's more like a viral type of 3D. This has the Cynix motion sensor. If y'all don't know what that is, that's like the gyroscope that is in the iPhone 4S, the iPhone 4, iPad 2. Front facing camera, back facing camera, good quality camera. Your audio 3.5 audio jack right there. Memory card that comes with it, 4 GB, and I can basically pop it out. That's where the memory card goes at right there. Got a 4 GB that came with it, and I have 3G, so I have the AT&T slot that's right here. You can see right there. Now, what beats the PSP? What beats the 3DS? Why the PSP beats the 3DS on just what I talked to you about. 3DS does have motion sensor. Basically, you can move it like that, gyroscope and stuff like that. So what it's basically doing is that's the same function as that. So comparison, they both tied up right there. When it comes to screen, LED screen and touch screen, they're both touch screens. This one is actually a bigger screen with more touch sensitive, so I do not need a stylus. I don't need no type of pen whatsoever. It's very touch sensitive, so it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very active. Just the slightest, not even me touching it. Let me turn it to the side. Just by me pointing my finger, I say about 3/4 of the way. Now, how these touch screens work that uses like the iPhone and stuff like that, it uses a heat sensor to basically pick up your movements on your finger. So once that your finger gets towards the OLED screen, it's gonna pick up the heat towards your finger and actually pick it up on it. That's why a lot of times when y'all notice when y'all don't touch your screen, you got your finger next to it, like if you're gonna swipe, it pick it up. That beats the 3DS over touchscreen sensitive parts. Second part that has it is touchpad in the backs. Now we have 2 touchpads that the 3DS don't have, so that beats it over on that. Plus we have more buttons on here. This actually acts as your L3 and your 2 and your 3 ports. So you got your 2 up here, these are your 2s, and down here is your 3s. So you got your 1s, which is right here, your 1s, your 2s, and your 3s right there. Play the 3DS, as we can see right here, you have to basically purchase the circle D-pad. If you don't purchase this, you have nothing. At least with the PS Vita, it comes with it. So you have your, which is supposed to be your 2, and your well, this is just your 2, your 1 and your 2, but you don't have no 3. So the games for this, certain games for this, it's not gonna have no 3s. So if you used to play certain games, it's gonna be very hard playing certain games due to the point that you have no 3 points. So let's get to the next point. Back to the PS Vita. Video control. Now right here we have volume up and down. power button. Here, right here, your PlayStation button. Now on here we have select, home, and start, power. Same buttons as usual, so basically nothing to really compare as. Both the same, both even up on a score. So right now the PS Vita is actually beating the 3DS over 1 point. That's just with the touchback part actually beating it by 2 points because of the touchback and having the extra buttons that the PS3 has that the 3DS does not have with the extra additional buttons. So I'm not going to say that one yet. That's just a tie, but I'm going to compensate that in a minute to actually get past that. So close that down real quick. Now next part what we're going to talk about is the gameplay graphics, certain games. Now gameplay wise on both consoles is good. Resident Evil Revelations is a good game. The graphics is very good. Love the way how the graphics is. And the PS Vita graphics is actually good. I love both of them. I actually found myself playing the PS Vita a little bit more than actually the 3DS. Now, when I brought the 3DS, I brought Splinter Cells. I only played about 5 minutes of it. Within playing on the 3D, it hurts your eyes. Turn off 3D just because the screen is smaller, kind of hurt your eyes. This is more for children than hardcore gamers as myself. PS Vita is meant for all around hardcore gamers, children, people that has an interest into games like that. Now, me personally, I personally don't like Sony. I'm not a fanboy of Sony. I used to be a fanboy of Sony back then when the PlayStation 2 first came out. I love Sony. Then I don't know what the hell happened after that. I hated Xbox to the fullest. I didn't like the Xbox. I hated Xbox. I didn't like nothing compared towards Xbox. To the fact is, I chose the PlayStation 2 over the Xbox because it had more games, more titles, more stuff than the actual console did. Then when the 360 came out, I picked the 360, then I picked over the actual 3DS and the PSP games and Nintendo, all that. I wound up switching to Xbox. I still got a PS3. I'm just getting the titles because of the Vita. I had owned the PSP previously. I had every type of PSP that came out. I got anything that was dealing towards the PSP. And when the first PSP first came out, I purchased the release date, kept it for a couple of years, sold it, and did a lot of hacks and stuff on it. Then I wound up getting the 3000 PSP, then a PSP Go. Then I recently brought the Sony Xtend Play. So that's that right there. So that's basically describing what's going on. I'm going to do another video which is going to be uploaded in a few minutes. Then that's going to be part 2, and I catch you guys in part 2 videos of it. So I catch you guys soon. It's your boy Daddy Easy, ipod jailbreak hacker. Peace.